Good evening, guys and gals and non-binary pals. Tonight, we have a really hype race for you. We have winner of the LHL tournament a couple years ago, the one, the only, xPankraz versus an up-and-coming name in Free Enterprise here. Made great headway in the Pink Puff League. Bit of an underdog when it comes to tournaments. We have Skarcerer. Tonight, we have Aaron Lord doing the restream. Fried Potato doing the tracking, and my co-commentator, Professor Renderer, once again. How's it going, Professor?
Good. I hope that in the interim between us starting up, that some talk behind the scenes didn't seep through, but it seemed like it did. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, so between these two, Skarcerer, both these guys are 1-1. Skarcerer took game one, made an upset, lost game two. When we come to a game three, this is going to be interesting. I mean, Skarcerer made great headway in the qualifiers, great headway in Pink Puff League, and is now taking a game off. Probably, I'd say one of our best runners of Free Enterprise right now. Like, Pankraz is known for many things. He's amazing at the game, can do things I can't even imagine doing myself. And to see both these runners going up against each other is amazing.
Oh, yeah. When I think of really good people within the Free Enterprise stage, Pankraz is one of them. And for Skarcerer to knock off a game on someone like Pankraz, that's a pretty significant deal, because we had a couple of people who rose up from like nothing and take out some pretty notable people within the community, and that means anything can go within tournaments.
Yeah, other people that have make great sways in this community very quickly. You got Rybon, you got Dekar Smash, just brand new people that come in, and all of a sudden they're making great headway. For Skarcerer to do this is quite a feat, to say the least. And we'll see if he can actually continue on in this tournament, if he can win this game 3 versus Pankraz. Now, we've said in the past with these races, the flag set makes it a little bit more of a neutral ground for the runners. We have a boss hunt out there to defeat the football gauntlet, which could be anywhere. Which, if you make a cheeky play of like, oh, I'm going to check Luca for the boss, and there's the gauntlet. Well, if your opponent doesn't do that, you've got a leg up.
Oh, definitely. It's one of the main things about this randomizer, is just that one check can really change the game if it goes in one runner's favor, and if that other runner does not check it, then that could snowball into an advantage, a pretty significant advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, there are other objectives. We have to defeat the boss of Lower Babel, complete Cave Value, break the spell, open the treasury, drop the magma, and forge. So, I mean, we at least at minimum have to get underground to complete these flag sets. It's a guarantee.
Yeah, with the first hook flag turned on, it does funnel the runners underground eventually, and then that's where you have like your main choices where, okay, now that I'm underground, what do I do now? I've got a lot of things to do.
Yeah, do you just do trap chests? Do you do the main key item checks like Dwarf and Feymarch Freebie? Do you go to Sylph? Like, there is so much that you can think about. Where am I going to go? Where can I gain some time with my opponent? Where do I feel they're not going to go? Can I go there ahead of them and get an item that'll sling me even farther ahead? And with this flag set, things we're looking for, like heroine robes, Avengers, shiny sticks, because it's not based on any particular person with the Omnidextrous flag. Anybody can wear anything. That crystal sword that Cecil just loves to use, that only he can use. Yeah, no, no. That's not going to happen.
Oh, no, yeah. I love the Omnidextrous flag, like, wacky flag, because you have so much, ways you can take the game. You can take it like you can have, as you said, anyone can equip anything, any character can dual wield anything. It is a really fun flag set if you wanted something really quick and very powerful out of the gate. Speaking of which, we are off.
Yeah, we're off. We're ready to see who our Porum's partner is gonna be and see where our runners decide to go. It's Justin Edward, Anchor. And we start with a pass, and there's a black sword. That's a bit of a spicy, we got the Fabul kit there. Black sword probably being one of the more versatile weapons we have early game. It has the swoon proc ability on it, gives a little bit of strength and wisdom. Reduces your agility and willpower a little bit, but just having the swoon proc ability early on can be really nice for some of the trap chests.
Yeah, we'll see what our runners will do as we start this. As we have to get through the naming way cutscene.
Yeah, and both runners, I've raced many times with these away from the tournament. So both runners doing the normal start out here, going straight to Eblin, getting some early game loot. With it being a weighted location with the T-Pro flag, you can definitely find some pretty good loot in here early on. Or at least have a chance to.
Yeah, T-Pro is really, it doesn't really impact much at all. With max tier 5, you can find some pretty good stuff in max tier 5 by itself. And with the flag set being that vanilla traps are turned on, you can route it in a way that where the trap chests are. You could just grab all the chests that don't have traps in it, and it'll be really quick instead of just spending like 6 minutes going through the entire the entire Eblin cave to find where your trap chests are, and then reset every time once you find one.
Yeah, the reason for the max tier 5 is if you don't reduce the level of gear that you can find in non-gated chests and non-trap chests, you're gonna find things sitting around there. You could find an Avenger, a Power Shirt, and with this flag set, that is just giving a lot of early game power, and you want to earn that power. So things like the trap chest giving you things like the shiny sticks. But I mean, we have an option here. We did find a mute knife. We've got the black sword. We got an Aegis shield, rune ring. And a heroine robe. Missed the heroine robe grab. Both runners are going to be doing the Mad Ogre's chest here because it's pretty much free with that heroine robe and rune ring.
Yeah, you want to see the heroine robe pretty early on. So if you can find the heroine robe pretty early on, you can take a free trap chest just right as you mentioned. So
yeah, and our both of them going for a little bit different strategy here. Panker's anchoring with Eddie. Skarcerer just not even caring about the Eddie and just like, no, you're my anchor. And so we'll see what this gives out and see if we definitely see some divergence here from our runners. And find early darkness. Do we check the character? Do we check the eyeball? Too bad we didn't actually have the black sword on there. We would have gotten the swoon. Mute knife just mutes away.
Yeah, I mean, there is one thing that we did get that does in fact cause swoon, and that's the assassin dagger. Although, really, the black sword is your best bet compared to an assassin dagger.
They both give the same stats. I think it just matters that the assassin dagger has a bit extra power on it and more. I think it has less accuracy though.
Yeah, it's that less accuracy. I think you still would get a black sword out of the way because it's just better accuracy overall. And really, we care about accuracy, not more with the Omnidextrous fact that you want to find somebody with high accuracy and high power.
Yeah, you want something that has the high attack power, like a crystal sword or spoon, and you want to combo it with something that has, near perfect accuracy and some extra stats. So things like a power staff, a cat claw. Are some of the more common items we like to use for our secondary weapon.
Right. We do see Skarcerer taking a look at this Mount Hobbs. We do find Kane and a vanilla Mom Bomb.
I mean, Bomb Bomb could be in worse spots. Yes, it hurts our early game experience, but I really don't think with these runners we really care about the early game experience.
No. It really, and most of the time your experience comes from trap chests in this flag set.
Yeah, and Pankraz pulls a spoon from the Flame Dog. So we get to go a little bit of through the rest of this seed now with the Heroine Robe Black Sword Spoon. So a lot of these checks are going to go very, very quickly now. Yeah, we've got the zoomies. I think really the only thing that would be nicer would be like have an Avenger, just we don't actually have to input any commands. We just start the fight and go.
Yeah, just let one of them just put the Avenger Sword, just let them do their thing. Avenger Sword do Avenger Sword things.
Yeah. Pankraz checking out the Mist Cave, just sees that it's King Queen Evelyn. Free boss off the table. You hate to see it there, but it's one less boss spot that you're not going to find the Alt Gauntlet. Oh, we have a Quack Kid here in Baron Inn.
Which, I mean, you'd like to see Pelham pretty early on because you want to get that because you want to get the like you get like Quake really early on, and it looks like Pankraz does also see Dark Knight Cecil and just wants to take it out with enough power because I mean we have a spoon early on, so this makes sense for Pankraz to take it on, just do some run strats.
The other thing is that particular spot is super slow, and we've already got a Heroine Robe on that's going to make those Dark Waves take even longer to come out. So we're just going to take it out because it's faster. It's one of those things at a high level of gameplay that both of these runners are going to be showing us that where you want to actually attack your enemies or actually just let them do their thing that they need to do. And DKC there is one of those going, nope, it's faster for me to take this fight out than let him do his 3 waves.
Yeah, those were pretty easy fights in that Baron Inn, all things considered.
And I'm not sure what the damage is there for DKC. I think he might have actually taken out our party members if we didn't actually take him out there.
I just checked. It's the max roll is 344.
Yeah. So our poor one would not have survived. Pankraz finding the Mom Bomb here. It's a good spot that you can get Palom as level 2 spells, but with Mom Bomb, you get the split EXP. So we might get Ice 2, but we're not going to get the others that we would normally get here.
Skarcerer does find the hook.
To find the hook, the question is, does Skarcerer go up ordeals? That's been a bit of contention here in this tournament is the ordeals play. 3 fights, 1 key item, and a few cutscenes. Pankraz and a few other runners like to call it the accursed mountain because it takes so long. Skarcerer made a side thinking, oh, I know how Pankraz races. I'm not going to go to ordeals. I'm going to go to ordeals because Pankraz isn't going to go there.
I think with the rationale for me is that if from what I've seen, if you haven't seen the Bull Gauntlet yet, if it was early, then you go there whenever you feel like you you want to just try and find an advantage. If you decide not to do it, then it'll probably won't be until late game at the very least.
Yeah, that's a place we like to. A lot of runners like to go super early. Generally, it's after you've done a bunch to get yourself gear, some levels, some power, so it makes it a little bit faster.
Yeah,
But
you effectively are looking at 3 different boss checks to try and find your football gauntlet. If it is at football gauntlet, or if the football gauntlet is situated on Mount Ordeals, then and if you're one who fades ordeals, then you and if your opponent is someone who fades ordeals, then you have an advantage in the fact that you can safely get an objective on the board, and your opponent will probably not be checking that later. Of course, you're only seeing your perspective, so you can only just go off of what the matchup looks like in your head.
mm-hmm. Skarcerer here after taking on the Flame Dog. Gonna check the waterfall here. It's not the gauntlet, as there would have been a blue road there that first spawns. But yeah, I don't think Pankraz checks ordeals. He just got the hook. He's gonna grab that, do Evelyn, and go underground. Maybe do Antlion. Maybe reset out of it. Save some time. Yeah, as Chad mentioned now, ordeals is interesting with the amount of power we have, because we've got all the power in the world right now.
Yeah, if you're grabbing the spoon, you definitely now have a good power spike. So I think it's a good time, to probably start heading underground soonish. Oh, hey, Gobez.
Yeah, hi, Golbez. It's gonna take a little bit. He's trying to laugh at us here while we're gonna wait for him to actually queue up his good old shadow coming out. It's gonna take a while because we're super fast and he's super slow here right now.
Yeah, this is gonna take a lot of time, and now we got the start of the script chain. So
we got a question here in chat. And so, how does a starting path affect our routing plans? Early game pass, it doesn't really change much for me, and I don't think it really changes much for the runners. If you fight a darkness on the overworld, I don't think you still. I don't. At least for me, I don't go to the moon right away, even though I have the pass.
For me, it doesn't really matter. I just see the pass as more of like a, oh, okay, this is convenience. I'll hold on to this and just until I gotta go up to fight Z. So it doesn't really affect my routing that much.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to affect the routing of the runners very much. It only comes to, okay, I've got 5 objectives done. I haven't seen the alt gauntlet. I'm going to face check every single boss fight on the moon. I'm going to go bottom up on the moon because I have the pass. Golbez did not pay off with the amount of time we spent there. Xpankraz may feel a little bad here about taking that. He's got a block belt. Xpankraz going to be raising the hovercraft here. Where does Skarcerer go? Does he hang a right, or does he grab the hovercraft and go south?
Knowing that Skarcerer had the hovercraft when he had it, he's going to place it down here, and then, okay, we're going to see an Ordeals play come out from Skarcerer.
Checking the Chocobo Forest, get to Dragoon Gauntlet. But we have the Accursed Mountain being played right now on Skarcerer's side. Now, a few people mentioned in chat we don't have Quake on Palom yet, so it can take a little bit longer, but it's Virus. Virus is fine on Ordeals. Quake is a little bit longer of an animation, and most of the things on Ordeals it'll just take a Virus to get rid of them. So Pankraz is going to be doing some trap chests here. We'll more than likely get Quack on his Quack Kid before heading underground.
So this is what I was referring to originally. If Skarcerer, knowing that Skarcerer knows that Pankraz is not one who would do ordeals, and so Skarcerer is wanting to try and see if he could get an advantage from doing the ordeals play, either in the form of a key item or in checking Fabu gauntlets or 4 Fabu gauntlets.
Yeah. Well, you got just a Dark Elf here at the first fight. It'll take a little longer. But, I mean, it's not going to be that bad. Pankraz in here after re-equipping his party. Going to go after the Staleman Skull Chest. Let's go right for the Staleman first. Gotta be worried about them because they can put you to sleep. And then you feel real bad. Well, we have trading places again. He and I also decided to take Mylon Z's spot.
It's blue, but it's not the blue that we're looking for.
No. No, it's not. And Pankraz just finds a Bahamut here in Evelyn. Good money. No character to use it.
Yeah, if we had, let's say, Rydia as our partner rather than Eddie, and I find a Bahamut, I have a perfect excuse to make Rydia my sweeper. Just let Rydia hit things.
Yeah, at least the Bahamut will help out on the moon traps. But for the underground traps like Self, I think Palm's Quake is a better option.
Right, yeah. It's another sweeper option. It's just and you still wouldn't beat out Quake, but it is an option.
Ooh, we have a package from Ordeals and an Antlion. It's a boss check location. Whew.
It is a boss check location and a character check. I don't know if you take this. If Skarcerer is trying to find any advantage, maybe Skarcerer goes for it. It's super long.
Oh, 100% super long, and it's a huge gamble.
Right.
Going here, not knowing your opponent. There's been discussions many times with Pankraz, and I'm not doing ordeals. Not doing ordeals. And package is another location that a lot of runners just go, I'm never checking package. It's so long to do. And also people mentioned in chat that it's one item closer to 10 key items. Which is another thing that a lot of runners like to have before doing Sylph Trap chests. Is you have 10 key items? Cool, I'll do Sylph Trap chests. That's my grind. Versus going down with 9 and you feel real bad.
Yeah, it does help with the key items. We'll just see what happens if Skarcerer decides to go for this check. And it looks like he's gonna go for it.
Yeah. It's definitely a play. And I know some people, if they see a Foo here, they'll take him. Anybody else, I don't know if you even bother looking unless you're exactly looking for the gauntlet.
I think this is why I think Skarcerer is just looking to eliminate boss checks. And if it is that's a pretty good item that's a pretty good character.
Sid's definitely a good character here. Good character in general in this flag set. Even though he's really slow in general, with the amount of agility gear we can give him, his normal strength gain is great, and he actually has the highest crit rate. So he's definitely a great character in this flag set.
I think if Skarcerer decides this is also sitting on the package. If Skarcerer wants to see what the boss is, And if it happens to be the football gauntlet, then well, you're taking him, because it'll be an objective. But if it's not that, I don't know if Skarcerer will just still take it either way, or decide, no, I'm cool. This is a long cutscene.
The other thing that's really good about Sid is his agility growth is super slow compared to everybody else. So he's probably one of the best anchors you could possibly ever have. He could be in the 40s and 50s, and all you have to give him is just a Dwarf Axe, and he's perfect agility. Because he's just that slow.
Right. And this so Sid becomes a very viable option just on that alone, because Sid is very versatile in this flag set, and even in Sid still already a pretty good anchor, even without this flag set.
Yeah. Pankraz makes it through the stalemate. Going to be taking on the Mad Ogres here. Going to be doing some life glitching. Some people would say life glitching is cheating, but we see just orbs, and Skarcerer is opting to take the Sid.
I think with Sid being a very popular option in this flag set, I don't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if it pays out for him, and it is a pretty big HP pool. But we'll see it. We'll see if the difference is having enough HP. And Pankraz gets through the Format Ogre chest. What will be rewarded here besides the quick spell? Gotta get through all these level ups. Multiple mages leveling them up all at once takes a while. Well, it's a nice ring. Really nice ring. But
yeah,
not any value we were looking for.
Yeah, we didn't mention this when we were just talking about Sid a lot. Rosa is sitting over in the Eblin Cave.
And I think in Skarcerer's shoes, he sees the Rosa on the hook route. He's probably going to trade out the Edward. Like, I think, in all honesty, that's probably our weakest character at this point to trade out for an anchor.
Yeah, I think Skarcerer now, if once Skarcerer does see this, this is likely Skarcerer going to be looking to try to find a better anchor. So this Sid being is better option here. That's makes sense.
We have a Bahamut here at the King Queen spot. Really free fight here. And then we have the Magus sisters. We've got a Mute Knife with a spoon. Kane's going to make the sisters have a really bad day.
Yeah, at the very... I think really you're not going to see a whole lot of Delta attacks in this... in here, because... I mean, look, we're seeing Quad 9s coming out from Kane.
Yeah, that was on Cindy, the middle sister. Preventing the good old rehealing of the sisters. But here's the thing. With the sisters, as long as one of them has a wall up, Cindy will still do the Delta attack. Doesn't matter who, just as long as one of them has the wall. And the charm fails from Zandy, which is nice. You don't want to have her confused like Palom with Quake or Kane with the spoon and just decides to take out all your party members.
Yes, that was a very quick fight from Pankraz.
Definitely, and Pankraz is underground at the 24-minute mark, only fading ordeals. But you look at the power we have, and man, Pankraz is too fast. I missed the boss there at the top of the tower.
It's a blue robe.
Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. That gauntlet. Man. You want to talk about bad gauntlets. At least annoying gauntlets. Let's talk about that. Annoying gauntlets are like Cave Magnus. You've got Sealed Cave. And I'd probably say that the top of Tower Gauntlet is probably annoying just the same.
Although
You can't quake them.
Yeah, although with the power that we have, we should be still fine because because of the early spoon that we got.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like the fight is not a problem with the spoon. It's just a matter of time it's going to take to get through it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the Bull Gauntlet is usually pretty slow in and of itself. That's a convenient tower key.
Well, I mean, you stick the gauntlet like at Baron or Zot or even on Ordeals. You just do like a virus or a quake and you're fine. With the top of tower or the Sealed Cave of Magnus, you can't really use quake. You have to use virus, which, depending on the amount of wisdom gear you have, you may not be able to one-shot it, and it just takes so much longer. Because in this gauntlet up here, if it is a gauntlet, you've got Staleman, which resists magic. You've got Chimeras, which don't really resist magic, but have a bit of HP, and it can be kind of annoying. And you have eyeballs. The one fight that makes quick is that I think you have Flans in this one, or Krems, ones are actually weak against. Well, they just have a high magic defense. So they resist quake, they just have a high magical defense. I've tried quaking here, it's not fun.
Pankraz did see a Murasame, and that's good for lowering the stats for your anchor, and that's a Darkness Crystal.
Yeah, definitely, and got the tower key, so definitely have that. So we can full clear Tower Babel here right away. Let's just pop that right in there, and well, we get to see if this is Mylanzi or friends. Is it a dance party or not? We have a dance party.
A dance party that will go by pretty quickly here, as given this is on the DM spot.
Yeah. No, it looks like it was a purple robe that gave us our first key item, so that means Mylanzi is at Baron. What? Pankraz gets through that fight very quickly. We're going to see what's at the top here. Skarcerer just getting the Rosa here from the hookup. We'll see who decides to trade out, if at all. Will Vito be joining our party? No. He says goodbye to Rosa. I've got a white mage. I don't need another one.
Alright, we're now at the top of Lower Babel. We'll see what this blue robe gives out. If it is the Football Gauntlet, it will be very annoying, as you put it. But if it's a Water Hag, this is okay, but not the blue robe that we wanted to see.
That's the all gauntlet. Okay. What key item are we hoping for here? If we want a super jet, we put the magma key here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how else to say, but just yeah. Magma key would be good here.
Yeah, Tower Babel is super required. It has darkness and has the gauntlet. It's just a matter of if it's going to be triple. What it could... Oh, think about this. This could give... Twin Harp. Twin Harp. the Earth Crystal. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, Twin Harp into Earth would be good. Like, there are a lot of good.
And then Earth gives magma keys, so it just is even better.
Although you'll have to deal with Zot, so I don't know about that.
Well, see, that would be a bit of a diversion, because I think Skarcerer would do Zot and Pankraz win, so at that point, Pankraz would be looking for Forge.
That too, yeah. You could make that argument, because right now, Pankraz, is up a not up a blue color, an ordeal and a package check.
Yeah, so Skarcerer has done all that, Pankraz hasn't, and we see... Nope. Our dreams have been dashed, it's just a ninja shirt. But that's
I mean, at least
two
it's
objectives there for Pankraz.
Yeah, it's only 2 objectives, not that. I mean, it would have been nice to get that chain going, but hey, we'll take 2 objectives.
Oh yeah.
Although we haven't seen what the super cannon gives, so maybe, just maybe, we'll see.
There's still hope for the tower to be even more required.
Yeah.
Yeah, still a chance of at least 3 or more. We were just a little sad that it wasn't the top. We gotta wait.
Yeah, it's the delayed value, you know?
We're all shaking with anticipation. Gotta do it. Gotta have the pause in between.
Oh.
Gotta have the pause in between there.
Right.
And the tower key gives us Sand Ruby. More of the sad ruby in this case, but
hey, it's another key item, so we'll take it.
Yeah. Looks like Pankraz might be diving Sylph early here without the 10 key items. Figuring I can get my experience later. Let me just clear this out now.
I mean, it's seven key item checks, so it's still a decent option even if you don't have 10 key items.
Oh yeah, like it's just a matter of when you do Sylph. Some people like doing it early because you're right there at the tower. Some people do it later because I want all the experience.
Another thing that, and that was something that Garrett and I pointed out, is that we do have our sweeper in the form of Quick Kid.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to go and do this now.
Yeah, and here we have the run buffering, getting the Quakes out at battle speed 1. And look at him sort his inventory, ready to sell it all when he gets the chance. And just another ninja shirt. Ooh! Spicy, you're going for the shred away.
Which, really, if we're doing run buffering on RA1, this is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I know myself I can't get that for at least the Marlboro Dark Tree.
Oh, neither can I. So we're both in the same. We're in the same boat.
But as we see, Pankraz just showing off here to everybody of everything he can do here. Well, I'm just gonna sort my inventory while doing trap chests here. Skarcerer getting through the hook route. Gonna see if he decides to dive the tower immediately. Be rewarded with that darkness and gauntlet. So far, still not having anything.
And Pankraz just showing how his mechanical his how good mechanically he's able his powers and mechanics that came out not as well as I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, his game mechanic knowledge?
Yeah, his game mechanic knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, that is just showing off here. So far, the back itself has been nothing, so it depends if Skarcerer decides to come back here as well.
Yeah, for what it's worth, this is surprisingly haunted.
Yeah. Like, there hasn't been anything, FF4FE. I don't think FF4FE has picked up a single thing from back here. He's just ditched it right away. Well, there's the ever so available arty arrows, which will never see the light of day.
Yeah, with the Omnidextrous flag set, bows are significantly not useful because you need to have a bow in equipped in order to use them, and at that point, it's just, well, you already have the ability to dual wield anything. So what's the point in having it? It's really meant to be used as a way to get money.
Yeah, there's very, very rare situations on where bow and arrow can come into play, and it's primarily those arty arrows. If you don't have dragon gear, like you don't have a dragoon spear, dragoon whip, or any of the high-powered weapons, there's a few traps on the moon that Bibby and Jimmy, the two dragon chests, can be a little difficult to deal with. And so I can see that where the arty arrows are coming to play, or a wyvern somewhere. Twin Harp in the freebie, and Pan from the warrior's chest.
So this, I think this might push FF4FE back to Sylph Cave just to get the Toad Lady and then bonk Yang over the head of the Pan, which is exactly what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, he's going to be doing Toad Lady into Pan Bonk to Fubul to Twin Harp, and then more than likely to the moon, and he's going to fade Dwarf. He's already seen the gauntlet, so he's not going to be doing Dwarf looking for a boss fight. You got to do 2 fights to get 1 key item.
Yeah, and with the current state of affairs, FF4FE only needs to look for a an Earth Crystal, Magma Key, maybe the Forge, but well, speaking of which, there's Magma Key.
Well, okay. This is, you know, FF4FE is getting closer and closer, and the outs right now for Skarcerer are getting slimmer and slimmer.
I spoke the Magma Key into existence there. Okay, you should be.
Yeah.
I mean, Chad should be worried about burning me, not Garen.
I mean, this could be very well easily a sub-hour seed, and it all depends on what Sheila gives us. If Sheila gives us both parts of Forge or the Earth Crystal, we're in a go mode. And that, for some runners, puts in a bit of panic of, I'm in go mode, I need to figure out where I'm going to get my levels from, what am I going to do?
Yeah, and I think the best in this and go mode in this game in particular is very, or if it's jet go mode, it is scary, just because, well, you don't have the levels, you're not prepared to fight Z, or if it's set to win crystal, not win game.
Right. So, does Sheila pay any dividends here? Does she give us go mode or not? That's the question.
If it's not go mode here, I think next you have to go up the moon if this doesn't yield go mode.
Yeah, I mean, you do the Twin Harp first. It gives a rat tail. Still a possibility for Gomon, but I think you have to at least do the Harp first. You've taken all the HP damage from walking down Feymarch, walking down Sylph. You're at 1 HP. And the other thing with this flag set, you're more than likely have already equipped everybody with metallic gear. So going through the cutscene of Dark Elf is very quick. Pangar's making a save here. Gonna go do ordeals? Nope. Gonna grab the hovercraft and turn on the rat tail, and then reset. But I don't know why reset from here.
Maybe if it's not useful, then he saves a. Well, no, it doesn't really matter. Well,
it's vanilla. You walk that out.
you walk it out because it's 10 key items.
Yeah. Well, no, it's half of an objective.
That too.
Like that's at this point you're now just looking for one of 2 key items. You know, you're either looking for the Legend Sword or you're looking for Earth Crystal. But all depends. Does Earth Crystal lead into Forge? And if so, where's the Earth Crystal? Exactly. It's one of those hard choices. You get so many trap chests and so many altars on the moon. You've already got, and let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 key items on Earth. Mathematically, I think I've heard it be to where the moon theoretically should have at least 3 key items with the fill algorithm and the maths behind it, but we're streaming here. We're on Twitch. We don't do math. Math bad.
Yeah, this with the moon, you have a total of 15 checks that you can do, and this counts altars and trap chests. That's split across the cave value. You have the LST and the hairdryer chest, but we'll talk about that later because we got some music that we gotta go through. So enjoy the tracks from DJ Spoony B.
And we are through the elements here. Bit of contention there in chat of which is better, the better harp music. I'm one partial to good old Mystic Quest, but there's the Earth Crystal, another piece of vanilla. We're in go.
we talked about this earlier, and there it is.
Yeah. Did I make this?
We talked about this here. Yeah, it was you. You did say it was into
when harp into Earth and yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. well, okay, so Pankraz in complete control now.
Well, no. So hear me out here. Hear me out. Okay.
Yeah.
Give the second half of Forge here at Dwarf for Skarcerer. We'll have 10 key items possibly for Sylph, get our experience there, and we don't have to raise the whale.
True. Yeah, because you don't have to worry about Bahamut, because and then you also have to pass. So you never had to worry about raising the lunar whale at all. Good points.
Right, so that saves amount of time there. So it's possible, but Pankraz is definitely in the lead here, I'd say, at this point. But there is a small chance here to kind of make this even out here. It all depends on this dwarf. Really all depends on this dwarf.
Yeah, because Skarcerer has made a lot of checks that Pankraz would never do. And if this pays out in the Legend Sword, then it gets spicy.
Very spicy.
Oh no!
Oh, it's the Luki. Oh, no.
I only have one more. I have one more. Is. That's it. The word is.
Yeah. More vanilla. That's 3 scoops of vanilla for everybody counting here. And, you know, in the mind of a runner, you've got the Luca key that you decide to dwarf. You're gonna chase it. But this is definitely in Pankraz is definitely in the right driver's seat here. You can check the hair dryer's chest here. Probably gonna hope to spike a legend sword. So it doesn't have to do cape value. Because depending on the fight there, it could take a while.
And this, more likely than not, this is just for levels.
Well, the thing with levels is that if you got 10 key items, you have 3 behemoths in cape value that equate for 300,000 experience. You have a spoon, you're going to be able to take those out very quickly.
Right. Although, that power shot's cool.
Yeah, we gotta check the box of shame because we hit the rope of shame on Skarcerer's side here. You ever hit that rope? Gotta loot the chest because you hit the rope of shame.
Yep, I've had that happen before because autopilot and then right, this I hit it, so well might as well see what this is.
Maybe it's something good, And I think everybody's hit that rope. I've hit it multiple times myself. It's a rite of passage to hit that rope.
Oh yeah, I've hit that rope many times myself. So, I mean, you're not alone. Oh, the Valus?
Val's fine here, like completely fine. This is Kane doesn't even have to jump here. I think it's actually the one spot here on the moon that Val doesn't have perfect magic defense. So we can still cast Quake here.
And the Luca key only results in a train sphere. And, yeah, that's what he said.
Yes, Val is punchy, which is why we put our most important characters in the back row here. But the thing is, you can reduce the amount of times Val punches by not jumping. Yeah, Skarcerer gonna get the pan, gonna get that twin harp. Skarcerer can make up some time if he doesn't do the back of self. But that's a lot of potential key items to leave behind there.
Yeah, you would. I think if you were behind, you probably would try and skip it just to try and make up some time. But even then, you're still leaving 6-7 key items on the table. So.
Well, I mean, you have the pan. You'll go down at least the left side to do the pan bonk. But going to the poison treasury in the back, it's a hard choice. Pankraz gets to the Val very quickly, very easily. Gets rewarded with the crystal. Question is, does he need any more levels? And looks like the answer is Yes, as he's healing up, going to be taking on some behemoths here. Switching to a fast anchor because the behemoths are super slow, so you don't want to give them more time to attack. Gonna be casting Berserk and maybe some Blinks. Can be re-equipped in this Rosa here. Probably our two Zerkers are going to be Rosa and Kane in the Z fight on Pankraz's side. And there goes the Behemoth. Nice influx of XP. And gets a headband drop. And we're out.
Well, it would be convenient if we didn't if we were already we didn't already have a ton of things that keep us alive through this fight, this upcoming Z fight.
Yeah. It just happened to this one. This is a straight line path in this particular seed. Pankraz taking the hovercraft, the whale to Troya here. Is he on the lineup? Yeah. And the town of Troya has to do a bunch of damage repair. Thank you very much, Pankraz. The town of Troya has to make an insurance claim. What happened to your house? A big floating whale crushed it. I don't know what happened.
a big floating whale that has been underneath the waters for some time, and it's made up of a legend, and and the typical technology that exists in a Final Fantasy that just was handed over from generation to generation or stuff like that. From a long lost civilization, that's what it was.
Skarcerer skips out on the back half of Sylph. So only gets the magma key from the Total Lady and does the pan bonk. We'll be doing the Sheila 1 and 2, get the rat tail, and then more than likely be going to Twin Harp right after, getting the Earth Crystal, and then realizing I'm in go mode. But Pankraz is here at the final boss, Zromus, the big baddie of this game. He's a bit too bad, bit too powerful for us. I wish we could stick Zromus here in a trap chest somewhere, like a Mist Cave. I think that would be hilarious. However, he resists us in being able to do that. So, the question we always have to ask, since we can't move him, we change who he is. So, with over 600 different sprites out there, whose butt are we gonna be kicking tonight?
And then the follow-up questions would be if it has a butt, if it's cute, can it help me with my 401k? Is it Turing complete?
The 401k is a new one to me. Can it do my taxes as well?
That's part of it. I think that's another one. It's
it's Zand from Final Fantasy 3.
Oh.
I happen to know that because I watched Final Fantasy 3 speedruns. Can Butt explain ZZ3 to me? However, there may or may not be a flowchartness in the pool. The wonderful flowchart from ZZ3. Whether or not it explains it to you is another story.
Also, shoutouts to Pankraz just hiding Eddie. that's a strat.
It's a backup character. If you don't think your damage is gonna be enough, and you're worried about taking an unnerfed Big Bang, you have at least Eddie, who's not gonna take any damage at all. It looks like Porum is our other Zerker here. doing about 7K around here. 7 to 8K. So, gonna have a second Big Bang coming out here. So the question is, does he nerf it?
The nerfing of the second Big Bang is very tight.
Our Reacher may or may not have muted us there instantly. Pankraz, oh, wait, there's the snap, crackle, boom on Pankraz's side. He is through. He has taken game 3. Well, Skarcerer just gets the Earth Crystal. GG's to Pankraz. Moving on to the round of 16. We'll see if we can bring in the man, the myth, the legend for an interview here.
A very textbook play from Pankraz. And actually, speaking of which, here is Pankraz in the booth right now. GG's.
Hey, thank you very much. GG's.
Talk about Azumi Seed.
I mean, you get the first impression as soon as you find like the heroine robe and the assassin dagger and the black sword in Emblem Castle. And Seed's giving you agility. You just gotta go fast.
Yeah, and then you turn around and you get the spoon from Flame Dog.
Really turned the jets on there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of present in this one, or at least a lot of early power. Character selection, a little less so, but that's the beauty of Omni, is that you just get to leverage the gear itself.
Right. So I think one question that I know I have is the hairdryer's chest. Why the hairdryer's chest? Were you hoping to spike a legend so you didn't have to fight K value, or what was that?
Primarily, first and foremost reason was experience points. I knew that it would be a very quick, very efficient, like 68,000, just by virtue of RA1 Quake. The fact that it could spike a legend sword, or it could spike a power shirt like it did, or it could spike a heroine robe or a crystal sword or something to round out my Z fight a little bit more. Because with the party I had and with the levels I had, it was not quite it. I needed a little bit of an extra boost, and hairdryers with the experience and the reward provided that.
Okay.
And the behemoth eventually.
Yeah, we saw it was like, is he going to take a behemoth? Because I mean, you've got 3 behemoths there in cave value, ranging, giving you 300,000 experience. If you decide to take all 3.
Yeah. With the fight at the altar, I forget who it was already. Valvalis. I was seeing how much damage Kane was putting out in that fight, so I knew that I only needed like a little bit extra to get past any thresholds. A couple reflected virus, a reflected lit 3 something to bolster and get us past things would be more than enough. We just had to actually get a little bit more oomph. So taking the extra behemoth was there, getting levels, getting more like Porum above an HP threshold, getting Rosa Cure 4, and the like, getting everything set for a little more of a safe low level Z fight.
Okay. Professor Renver, do you have any questions for our race winner today of Game 3?
Uh, all I really have to say is just like really just textbook performance and just yeah. I don't. I was more waiting to see where this legend sword came up if it hadn't seen it already.
Oh, I have no clue. I stepped away from my computer, and so when y'all find out, it'll be the same time I find out.
Yeah. So looking at the brackets here, I think you have a chance between going between Elven Sorrow and Phineas. How do you feel about the matchup possibly there?
I mentioned this in the last round, and I'll mention it going onwards. I think I am favored in most matchups, and I think that even with the volatility of the flag set, there's some stuff that can definitely break away from me, but I'll continue playing my game and hoping that it works out.
So it looks like the Legend Sword was at the Crystal Sword altar.
Stinky, but not too far away.
No. We were kind of, it's like we're sitting there watching. It's like, is the tower going to be super hard, mega required? Gauntlet, Darkness. Is the Twin Harp going to be here leading to Earth Crystal? Twin Harp was
Not
a little
quite,
distance away, but
yeah, off by one error. Yeah, the Earth Crystal showing up there was definitely a concern. After I got the pan and the Magma Key got the Magma Key while setting up the pan, rather. And then chasing the rat tail. It's like I'm staring down either Legend or Earth. So, shoot, what in the world am I going to do? First and foremost, we check the thing that I got to do anyway. So I'm going to do Twin Harp. After that, the plan was going to be clean up ordeals. Just one hit each boss as needed with Kain, and then start on the moon and have some fun up there. There was always the potential for the double, and well, this time it was the double. Shucks. But I'm glad that following objectives worked out.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things we've always said is, a meme, so to speak, is do your objectives.
Yeah, as long as they can actually give you go mode outright, I'm a fan of it. And well, hey, look, there's the Earth Crystal. Go get him, champ.
Al, champ you are. Oh, that's all I have for you, Pankraz. GG's on your race for Game 3. Always a pleasure watching you. You were putting a clinic on this seed.
Well, yeah, gotta go fast, The not just a wacky flag, also a good racing strategy, usually. Like the naming seems said, secret to winning, don't do the stinky stuff, do the unstinky stuff, do what's required, and go fast. But thank you all for the GGs. Thank you all for putting on the show. Thank you to Skarcerer for A, working around my terrible schedule, and B, for making us have a fun set of matches, a fun race tonight. Hopefully we put on a fun show for all of you out there. And we couldn't put on the show without everybody else here in the booth as I'm sitting here talking. Thank you, Tybalt. Thank you, Professor Render, for the commentary. Thank you, Aaron Lore, for, again, the patience with my setup and putting on the show. And thank you, Fried Potato. Glad to see you back, man. Thank you for tracking. Thanks for pushing those buttons. And thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of the night, and we'll see you around soon.
All right, well, that was Pankraz, winner of today's race. Skarcerer decided to check the character there on Lunar Deus. Just a dupe. It's going to take on the behemoths before taking on the Val. Probably just says, I just want the experience now, not after. Just give me levels. Which is really what you need in this. You just need levels.
It's a fair play to... Oh, sorry.
No, and he's making a quick work of these behemoths already. Number 2.
Yeah, this is a fair play to make. If you want to get some levels, now is your good time to do it. And hey, it'll help with the Z fight at the end of it too. So
yeah, as we see, we continue, talking about the buttons being pushed by our fried potato. Are they fried for Possum to eat them later on when he tracks? Does the fried buttons taste different than regular buttons?
I don't know. I probably would have to test that with my own Frine setup, but I don't know. And yes, I have tried stuff before, so I have a bit of experience with that.
And Skarcerer making the work of the last behemoth here. Gonna be taking on this Val here. The only party difference is the Sid from the package. And then we'll see, as soon as this Val has a real bad day, we'll see Skarcerer take on Z. Definitely has plenty of HP. Porum, not so much. But if you take out Z before the second Big Bang, do you really have to worry about it?
I mean, if you just go fast, then sure.
Ooh, Skarcerer jumping on Val here. One thing to note about Val is when you take her out of her spin, she'll do it's either one or two direct attacks after she comes out of her spin. And here is not a location you want her to be physically punching. I was like, I know I want to get the extra damage in from Palam's Quake, but this is the only spot on the moon that you can actually hit her with magic. Every other lunar spot, you can't. Using the life staff as an item to revive Sid, who just keeps being targeted by Val here. I don't think Val likes Sid very much. Will Sid take another punch here? Or not? Or by Val? Skarcerer finishes cave value, gets the ever so coveted arty arrows, and the crystal. So now we'll be getting back in the whale to use that pass we got from the very beginning of the seed. While he's doing that, I'm going to make one more shout out. I'm going to make a shout out here to our restreamer, Aaron Lore, putting this all together. Restreamers, I don't know how you do it. I really don't. Like And our tracker, good old Fry Potato, pushing all the buttons. Being able to see the items as they come in from these runners, because it disappears so quickly. Being able to keep track of that is amazing. And Professor Renderer, being my co-commenter, it's so much fun being in the booth here with you. Make sure to follow everybody here as they put on amazing shows.
Oh no, I'm always excited to whenever it comes time for tournament season. So, it'd be a good time to actually start ramping up my involvement in the crew for tournaments. So, it's always it's great to have me here comment these.
Oh, yeah, you're so wonderful being in the booth. You know, I think everybody should experience you in the booth.
I'm an infectious bear.
Well, Skarcerer overpasses the line and decides to slow down. And as Skarcerer's going to be walking through this pass door, we'll see how he decides to take out the big bad Zuld here. Something he likes to do is, if he doesn't have a whole lot of gear, he'll do something called a Zerk glitch. It can be done with the Avenger, but it can all Xander. I only probably see the. I don't have the R in the games that I play, so I don't have the randomized.
Isn't there like some Kingdom Hearts ones? And I know there's a weird obsession with not weird obsession. The slip, but there's this thing about like the organization that's just like associated with the letter X.
I have no idea. But we're going to see the crystal being thrown here. Yeah, and Borm's in slot 2. So I think we might see a Berserk swap off the spoon from Kane here. We'll see what happens. What essentially you're able to do is you're able to take the weapons off the character that you're zerking, and you can put them on another character. The game doesn't have enough time to update the new equipment on the person. So you can basically be swinging 2 spoons, 2 crystal swords. Yeah, there goes out the spoon with a mute knife. And Kane's swinging 2 mute knives for spoon flame whip damage. Now we just got to be able to find that spoon here for Sid. Out. Yeah, we see Kane here doing about 4K a round. Using a Quake to nerf. And ooh, goes on that Porum. And she does not survive. Skarcerer also going for the hide.
Yeah, won't be able to get that out because the big thing just came out.
Yeah, it was like Palm was sticking a Starvel on himself. Gonna be reflecting some lit 3s here. Every form goes, zerking up Sid. There we go. Yeah, second circle. Which, I mean, it is very possible if you can set up your party correct to just trade around the weapons, so to speak. Yes, you theoretically could have, 1 crystal sword passed around to 3 different people. Yep, there's the shake. Has he done enough damage to tip him, is the question. We use a virus here to nerf, just being a bit safe here. And the fact that there was no counter nuke. Yeah, not nerfed. Mayday. Ouch. That hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, and there's a forfeit. You hate to see it, but I mean, you wipe it, see, you've lost. It's not a hard thing to see. We'll see if we get Skarcerer for an interview. See what things about the end. The bedum in my ear. GG Skarcerer. Hard pressed there at the end.
GG. Thank you.
GG.
It was something.
Yeah, that was a bit of a zoomy seed, as we saw.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's probably going to be the fastest CL tournament. I can't be upset with that.
Yeah, so you went up, or yeah, definitely don't be hard on yourself. Like this was a heck of a race,
Yeah.
and you did ordeals, and you see the package there. And what do you think when you see the package there? It's like, I know Pankraz isn't going to check this. I need to check this to give me a leg up.
Yeah, I wanted it to be Fusoya, and then it's like, this could be the gauntlet, surely.
What were you thinking when you decided to take the Sid?
I was thinking it could be the gauntlet at the package, and it wasn't.
And so you took the Sid because you didn't save before checking the package?
Well, I took the Sid because I like Sid,
Okay.
and I knew it. And I knew it was a character he wouldn't have if it wasn't on the hook route.
Okay. And so you saw the Rosa there, you're like, I don't need a Rosa. I have a Porum.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that Tower of Babel?
I mean, you had to do it.
Yeah, you did.
The first box is the reason I like doing Keyless Tower on K-Trap.
Can definitely agree with that. I mean, you put on one heck of a race. To say the least, don't count yourself short. You have made amazing headway. Do you plan on joining in future tournaments?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on joining whatever crops up next.
Let's see. Do I have any other questions for you? What was the decision for fading the back half of Sylph?
Pankraz would out execute me on that one by quite a bit, so I figured if the answer was there, I'd have already lost.
Yeah, you made it seem best part of luck. There was nothing back there. There wasn't even a single good item in the back there. So
yeah, it felt really good getting that Earth Crystal. It was just a shame that he finished right as I did.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, but the whole trying to do what your opponent won't in the hopes that it gives you something that can make you finish quicker didn't work out for me. I'll have to figure out a different strategy for next time.
Yeah. Like I said, the fact that you had literally gotten go mode when your opponent finishes, that still says something about each and every runner that does that. Like you shouldn't feel bad about that. And then you kept on a decent pace with your opponent.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to feel bad about losing to the best player in the game.
And another thing too is that you got to a game 3 against Pankraz, which is a pretty impressive feat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I hope he goes undefeated the rest of the tournament.
I don't have anything else for you, Skarcerer. Do you have anything else for Skarcerer here, Professor?
No, but good showing from you, and we'll hope to see you in future tournaments.
Thank you. And a big thanks to all of you. Aaron Lore on Restream, Potato on tracking, you and Tybalt on comms. It's these restreams that got me into Free Enterprise, and it's a great thing they happen. Have a good night, y'all.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
Well, everybody, that was Skarcerer. Unfortunately, it's not going to be on the tournament anymore. However, this is the end for us tonight. However, it's not the end of this tournament. We still have many more races to come. Actually, tomorrow we have a race. Professor, who's the race going on tomorrow?
So this is going to be game 3 of Loof versus Possumorpheus. This will be a game 3 situation that will be happening at 3 p.m. Eastern time. It's looking to be a very exciting match to end this phase of the tournament.
Oh, Possumorpheus and Loof, man, that is going to be a heck of a race. Possumorpheus, they're both amazing runners, so definitely be sure to check that out. See, we gotta be sending our chat here to someone tonight. I am a little curious on that. Do we have a target for everybody to go here? I am not sure. I am checking with our team.
Doesn't look like we have one.
No, well, chat, go ahead, enjoy the rest of your night. Go watch your favorite streamer. And we'll see you all here tomorrow for that amazing race.
Take it easy, y'all, and have a good rest of your night.
Okay.